Let's learn how to be a heavenly VTuber. Let's go.
Alright guys, whoa. There are
Whoa.
7 VTubers that perfectly embody the 7 heavenly virtues. These virtues include temperance, charity, diligence, kindness, patience, humility, and chastity. Each of these
Ooh.
VTubers
We have Neuro, we have Gargora, and we have Iron Mouse. And who did we also see? I seen someone else. Oh, Camilla. Camilla?
perfectly
Yes.
embodies one of these virtues. Hi, I'm Xeno. I will be your host. I'm supposed to be a Gundam, but my audience just calls me Timu Optimus Prime.
Wow. I love it. Timu Prime. Yeah, let's go. Timu Optimus Prime. Heck yeah.
Subscribe for Timu Optimus Prime. And while you're at it, you might as well click the join button. And thank you to everybody who has already clicked the join button. You guys are legends. Now, let's begin. Humility is described as the quality of having a modest view of one's value or importance. And for some reason, this is a virtue that so many VTubers struggle with. But there is one VTuber who had more reason than any other VTuber in history not to remain humble, and yet she remained humble all the way up until the end. Gargura is accurately been described as the largest VTuber in the world. She is getting close to 5 million subscribers, with fans all over the world. Truly global reach. She has brought VTubing to a...
I don't even know anything about her, though. Don't know nothing about her. I've never watched any of her streams. I can tell you those 3 have done the exact opposite of what he said. Timu Optimus Prime is better than Wish Gundam. Oh man, I remember Wish.
I
remember
audience.
Wish.
She has an unprecedented ability to connect with people and have people who have never seen VTubing before instantly accept her and VTubing. My favorite example of this is when she sang Take Me Out to the Ball Game at the LA Dodgers and had the entire stadium singing excitedly along with her. And these are baseball fans, not VTubing fans. And I don't think there's a big overlap.
Oh my god, what the hell? Take me out to the ball. Ball game.
Sticking with the sports theme, I've seen people call her the LeBron James of...
I first heard of Gura from her singing at the Dodgers game. Oh, I don't remember when I first learned of Gura. I think it was when I was first like getting into VTubing, and I was like looking at what it is. But the main VTuber that I found when I was first getting into it was Fillion. How much of a rabbit hole do you want? Because Gura has a long association to VTubing even prior to being Gura. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought Gargora was her first VTuber persona. Unless she was the other one, Senzawa. The Dodgers were down like 5-1 or something during that game. After Gura was done, the Dodgers would go on to win the game. That's awesome. That's awesome. Fillion was also the first modern VTuber I ran into. Yeah. She was like the first one I ever heard of. First VTuber. The first VTuber you found was Smuggalana? Damn. You know what? It's funny actually because I found Smuggalana through Jello, but Jello first started listening to her, and I'd be like, who the heck is this person that he's always freaking listening to? And so, and so then I finally sat down to like watch one of her streams, and then I was hooked. Now now I think I'm a bigger fan of her than Jello is. Found her by chance on YouTube short recommendations, and then before I knew it, I had a new medium of videos and streams I like listening to. That's awesome, Massacre. Yes, Sameko Saba. Yes. Totally have no idea who that is. No idea.
Of VTubing, truly a titan and historical figure within the community. And yet, I would challenge you to find one clip, let alone multiple clips, of Gargura bragging or boasting. And that is with her being definitively the top dog in the community
was that game?
For consecutive years. Yet despite all of that, she remained humble. And with her graduating, I can now confidently say that Gargura remained humble all the way up until the end. And for that reason, I call Gargura the embodiment of the virtue of humility. One of the most underrated factors in Gargura's success is her own personal hard work. Yet there is one VTuber who surpasses even Gargura when it comes to working diligently. Diligence is described as the virtue of careful and persistent work or effort. And Vettel987's diligence has led to the rise of not one, but a whole family of VTubers that has broken records and captured the hearts of people around the world. Vettel is a drunken British turtle VTuber, and if you've never heard of Vettel, you've almost certainly heard of his most famous creation.
The cute little turtle that brought Neuro to life.
Neuro-sama, and also her twin sister Evil, and quick shout out to Filtered Sama, everybody forgets about Filtered, are all AIs. And if Gargura is the undisputed queen of VTubing, then Neuro-sama is the undisputed queen of AI VTubers. Maybe just the undisputed queen of AI in general. She recently displayed her superiority over Grok. Yet none among this family of
Oh my god, a fight with Grok. I would have put Mouse for diligence because she was streaming for 2 years before she popped off. Wow. 2 years. I would say, wow, that's a long time, but I'm gonna be having my 2 years. Well, actually, I've already been streaming for 2 years now. 2 years! My gosh. Found it funny during Saba's debut, she showed tummy on day 1 and then went on about how she was a bargain of a fish. Aw, Neuro calls Vettel dad. That is kind of cute. Yeah, that is cute.
AIs would exist without the diligent hard work of Vettel. You see, Neuro-sama was not originally intended to be an AI VTuber. Instead, she was intended to be an AI for the rhythm game Osu. But then one of Vettel's real-life friends gave him the idea of creating an AI VTuber. And so he converted this Osu AI into what we now...
Oh my god, I have the freaking baseball song stuck in my head now. Gosh dang it. Frick my life. Frick my life. She was 2 years under 100 before she popped off. That's awesome. I'm glad she didn't give up. It paid off in the end. Very glad.
As Neuro-sama. But Vettel's hard work and diligence did not stop there. He continuously upgrades and updates Neuro-sama regularly, giving her new tricks, making her smarter, allowing her to interact with chat, sing, call her friends on Discord. She even runs her own Twitter now, which is why she's beefing with Grok, naturally. But again, Vettel's diligence did not stop there.
Why 987?
Evil, a twin sister for Neuro-sama. And so with Annie, the artist behind Neuro, serving as the mother, Vettel, the programmer, serving as the father, and
Annie's
Neuro
so
and
cute.
Evil, the two sisters, Vettel created VTubing's first family channel. And because of this, Neurosama and Vettel by proxy became the top female streamer on Twitch. A drunken
Holy.
British man. But also, Neurosama has also set world records, setting the world record for the largest Twitch hype train in the beginning of 2025. And this all comes down to Vettel's hard work and diligence. And that is why Vettel is the embodiment of the virtue of diligence. An interesting fact about Vettel is that one time he nearly bankrupted an entire plushie company by accidentally giving his entire massive audience a free plushie promo, which you could consider to be extremely charitable. But even that level of accidental charity pales in comparison to the charity of our next VTuber.
Oh my
Charity is described as the selfless love.
Maybe Charity will probably be Mousy. I know doesn't she do a lot of charities, actually? Mouse has been able to do a lot. She thought she'd never be able to do, like, opera sing, which is what she wanted to be. That's awesome! Yeah, actually, I think I heard one of her songs, lately. It was really good. Yeah, Mouse gives back as much as she gets. Okay, then, yeah, probably it makes sense to put her under the charity one. Yeah, I know she's always doing charities. Ugh. I want to do the same.
And generosity towards others. And for Iron Mouse, it isn't just her who is extremely charitable.
Connor helps a lot.
It is her entire audience. And she would first be on the receiving end of her audience's charity before she would demonstrate it herself in an even greater way. You see, Iron Mouse unfortunately has common variable immunodeficiency, an immune disease that leaves her largely bedridden and extremely susceptible to infection and disease. Because of this, she spends most of her time in a bed and requires a medical-grade bed.
Holy!
And early on in her career, she set out with a goal of
oh my god, was this her model? Like, wow, I've never even seen this model before. Wow. Probably so grateful for the chances, opportunities she got, as she probably realized most other disabled people likely would never have gotten the same shot. Yeah, true. True. She got so much opportunity that she wants other people to have the same thing if she can give it to them. Oh yeah, she has so many models.
A new medical
the OG model, damn.
Set the fundraiser as a long-term goal and hoped to raise the $2,000 over the course of the next 8 months.
That's so cute.
Foolish Iron Mouse. Her audience raised the $2,000 in less than 10 minutes, demonstrating their extreme levels of charity. This was early on in Iron Mouse's career, before she became so huge. But she would pass this charity on. In more recent times, she would hold a legend.
Took a basic live 2D model and bought off-the-shelf customization. Okay. See, then again, I'm really happy to be working with Haya now on my live 2D model. But like, when I was starting out, I would have probably gotten a live 2D model. I didn't know they had like pre-mades that you could do customizations on and stuff. I had no idea.
Legendary subathon in which she would surpass the at the time record holder Kai Cenat in active followers on Twitch, and she would pledge 50% of the income from this subathon to charity. Despite this act of charity, the 1% most insane among Kai Cenat's fans would become very upset that this anime bullshit dared to surpass their Oshi and Husbando. But unlike the insane 1% among his fan base, Kai Cenat actually respects
god, this drama was so stupid.
Mouse. And when he would hold his own subathon reclaiming the title, he would follow in her example, pledging 50% of the income from that subathon to charity. This demonstrates that not only is Iron Mouse raising money for charity, she is inspiring others to do the same. Iron Mouse has personally given $300,000 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation, and her fan base has raised over $1 million for the same
go!
foundation. This makes Iron Mouse the embodiment of charity. It could be said that giving so much to charity is a fantastic display of kindness. However, even Iron Mouse's kindness pales in comparison to our next VTuber.
Oh, who is it?
Kindness is described as the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. And our next VTuber has kindness at her very core. Unfortunately, this kindness was demonstrated through a great tragedy. Camilla is a VTuber who loves to meet with her fans, and it was at one of these fan meets that fate would take a dark.
This broke my freaking heart, man. And it makes you scared. Makes you like, I could not believe it when I heard what happened. Oh my god. I could not believe
Camilla
it.
would receive a gift from a parasocial fan at one of these meets.
Put a tracker on the damn thing.
This gift held a dark secret, a tracking device. While Camilla was streaming, this parasocial fan used the tracking device to...
Wait, Slasher, you never heard? Oh my god, it was huge. I thought everyone knew. I'm sitting straight, I promise. She went to, she went to a meet and greet and accepted gifts from fans. And one of the fans put a tracker in the gift that they gave her and then tried to break into her house while she was streaming. Yep. I heard of this, I remember. Thought it was something else bad that might have happened. Oh, okay. No, we're talking about the tracking incident. What's happening? We are watching the 7 heavenly virtues of VTubers.
Find out where she lived, and he would begin harassing her. He would knock on her windows while she was streaming, and there are clips of this happening.
Oh, God.
The next day, while Camilla was live again, there was a sudden, loud bang. This parasocial fan was attempting to break into her house with a sledgehammer while she was live.
Lena's is so cute too. Oh my god, look at her little, like... What the fuck was that?
Oh my god.
What the fuck was that? Chat. What the... Hold on.
Like, the way your friggin' stomach would just absolutely drop. Oh my god. Wow, I didn't realize that she was gone for that long.
The cops were nearby, and this parasocial fan was arrested without anybody being hurt. What's so scary about this situation is that this parasocial fan repeatedly told the cops, "It's okay. She's my friend." But
it's okay, she's my friend. I have to break into her house. We do it all the time. It's fine. Oh, give me a freaking break.
It's in the aftermath of this tragedy that Camilla's kindness would shine through. After this attempted home invasion, Camilla was obviously shaken up, and the decision was made that she would no longer do meet and greets with her fans. Instead of thinking about herself, which would be very understandable to do, Camilla was thinking about her fans, and was sad that she could no longer meet with her fan base and express how much she loves...
What? Of course that's a shitty thing to have to tell your fans. Like, what? It's like, you want to meet your fans and thank them and show them how much you appreciate them, and then to have to sit there and tell them, like, oh, you know, sorry, but we can't ever meet. Like, that's really shitty. She needs to go full American and have a boomstick near. I wonder if she did. I wonder if she did. I don't even know. I don't know.
Seeing them and their smiling faces, as well as giving them hugs.
I mean, if she did, she was maybe too scared to use it.
From here on out, you don't know how depressing it is not being able to do IRL meet and greets anymore, or getting gifts from fans anymore. I always used to tell my mom how cute it was to hug my
Aw.
fans, and then you can feel them shaking when they hug you. It was such a cute feeling. Literally feel them shivering as they hug you because it probably means so much to them. And I can't do that anymore. And just seeing
It's
their
so sad.
smile right in front of me in person.
It's so
All because
sad.
of one fucking guy.
At a time like this, when tensions and emotions are so high, there are no places to hide, and one's true character shines through. Yet Camilla was thinking about her fans and how greatly she enjoyed meeting with them. This demonstrates that kindness is at the very center of Camilla's character and is one of her core character traits. I believe that kindness is one of the things that makes Camilla, Camilla. And for that reason, I declare Camilla to be the embodiment of kindness.
Of kindness.
Suffering through such a tragic event definitely requires a large deal of patience. Yet there is one VTuber who surpasses even Camilla in patience.
Or for patience?
Patience is described as the ability to endure suffering, delay, or hardship without becoming angry or upset. And this VTuber
patience.
suffered through
Patience is a
great
virtue,
hardship
right?
when the entire system was set against her, and she endured it with grace and humility.
Who's that?
At the time, Vtubers was known
Oh,
as Selene
yep.
Tatsuki, and she was working for the VTuber agency Niji Sanji.
Wait, what?
What fans didn't
Oh, wait, actually. I've never seen... Hold
and
on.
humility. At the time, Vtubers was known as Selene Tatsuki,
What the heck? I've actually never seen this VTuber persona of hers. I've actually only ever
was
seen
working
her
for
as
the
the
VTuber agency Niji
as the
Sanji.
model that she has
What fans
now.
didn't know is that behind the scenes, Selene was reportedly
Wow.
being taken advantage of by management at Niji Sanji and enduring a lot of bullying and a toxic work environment. This bullying and toxic work environment would
I like
take
the
a
wings
toll
on her head.
Selene Tatsuki.
Wow.
And she would attempt to, how do you say this on YouTube, commit sewer
Damn.
slide.
Sewer
Despite
slide.
this, Niji Sanji would decide to terminate Selene Tatsuki in a very toxic manner, and
Wow,
the CEO
okay.
of Niji Sanji would come out and say that the termination of Selene Tatsuki was negligible.
Wow.
Obviously,
Yeah,
this
oh god,
enraged the internet,
Niji Sanji.
and they set out with the goal of sinking the CEO's yacht.
That's
They did not
disgusting.
succeed in sinking the CEO's yacht, but they did succeed in sinking Niji Sanji's stock prices.
Hell yeah.
Got him. In the aftermath of this, more and more information would come out corroborating Selene Tatsuki's experience, including a leaked Niji Sanji contract, which just
Wow.
demonstrated how oppressive and toxic the company of Niji Sanji was. It's insane that there are still people supporting Niji Sanji in the big
Is this the same
2025.
is this the same case where they were like keeping all her awards that she earned and stuff, saying that those things were her those things were their awards, so they wouldn't send her any of them? Yeah, legal mindset. Let's go. I've watched some of his streams before. He seems like a really nice guy.
I don't get it. Despite all of this, Selene Tatsuki never lashed out, and she endured all of this
Damn.
with grace and humility. Selene Tatsuki would then return to her previous character of Vtubers and begin
Yeah, I've only ever seen her with this model. That's on it. Can you see? Yep.
her journey as an independent VTuber. She would receive a tremendous amount of support.
Niji
and
keeps
her
the YouTube
patience
play button and
paid
other
off
awards.
Because in modern times,
That's
Vtubers is
disgusting.
absolutely killing it, being one of the top Marvel rival players in the world. A fact that I am endlessly envious of because it's the only game that I play, and I still suck. Because Vtubers endured with grace and patience when a billion-dollar company was set against her, I declare Vtubers to be the embodiment
Of patience.
patience.
Yes.
Now, Marvel Rivals is a game that sometimes does the opposite of embracing chastity, but the same cannot be said about our next VTuber. Chastity is the virtue of remaining pure and refraining from sexual activity. And chastity, like humility, is a virtue that so many VTubers struggle with. Now, it's almost expected coming from the females, but even the guys struggle with this.
So I guess, like, not being a lewd tuber?
Virtue. And the thing is, they
or
lie
making
about
any
it too.
lewd
Rev
jokes?
says Desu is a commentary VTuber who reports on internet, gaming, and VTuber news. And he has repeatedly stated that he does not sexualize
Rev is
his
the
character.
embodiment of chastity?
Now, he is telling the truth if you just
Maybe it
look
makes
at
sense.
his videos.
Maybe it makes sense.
However, if you open up his merch shop, it tells a completely different story. On the other hand, Fallside is a commentary VTuber who does much the same as Rev, reporting on internet and VTuber news in a news anchor-esque voice. But unlike Rev, Fallside really does refrain from sexualizing his character. All Fallside does.
I was like thinking the same thing. I was like, wait, but Rev is married. I mean, do we know anything about Fallside? Fallside could also be married. But maybe we're just going in terms of, like, they're never lewd on stream or in their content.
Reports the news.
Oh my god, I love those cups. They're so cute. What the hell?
Dig deeper and look at Fallside's merch.
the little faces.
He does not sexualize his character. And there really isn't too much to be said about Fallside and chastity, simply because it's something that he doesn't do. But in a sea of content creators.
So when I was about a year or so, like when I first started VTubing, I kind of leaned more into the lewdness and making lewd jokes and getting like lewd art of my character and stuff. But then I quickly realized, I was like, you know what? I don't really want that kind of attention. I don't actually really want that kind of attention.
Creators, where 95% of VTubers sexualize their characters, being one of the few that simply doesn't do it makes Fallside stand out. And for that, I declare Fallside the embodiment
of chastity,
the virtue of chastity. Simply reporting the news in an objective manner has gotten Fallside.
I'm learning some lore about Hoshi. I think if you go way back in my, actually, I think I have like a Hoshi art Twitter account or something. I don't know. I posted the lewds somewhere. They're somewhere. Please don't. No, there won't be any lewd art of this model. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Water, and refusing to lash out when that happens has required some temperance
Only
from
cuteness.
Fallside. However, even
and maybe
Fallside's
scary
temperance pales in comparison to our final VTuber. Temperance is described as the quality of moderation or self-restraint, and no other VTuber has required more temperance than Nuxtaku. Nuxtaku is a male commentary VTuber and a self-described enjoyer of chaos. And
I hear apparently people don't like this guy or something. I have no idea. I've never looked into it, so I don't know anything about this VTuber.
His career has
been
defined
anything about him.
Repeatedly being stabbed in the back by his friends. Nuxtaku's most recent betrayal put his temperance on other VTubers.
Hold on. What did this say at the bottom?
And a self-described enjoyer of chaos. And his career
Hold on, wait,
has
it
been
flashed on the
defined
screen. We need this video to make money.
Repeatedly being stabbed in the back by his friends.
Clarity.
Nuxtaku's most recent betrayal put his temperance on full display. Nuxtaku used to run a podcast with Mutahar as well as Oompaville called the Some Ordinary Podcast. And Mutahar and Oompaville were two of Nuxtaku's best friends online. However, a few months ago, Mutahar betrayed Nuxtaku and out of the blue released a hit piece video on Nux called Post Nux Clarity. Legendary.
Oh, okay.
Nux Taku is one of the most controversial VTubers in the world, and there are armies of people willing to hate on Nux at the drop of the hat. Yet even Nux Taku's haters couldn't stand behind post-Nux clarity. Mutahar could have made good use of this advice. If you're gonna bring the tea, make sure it isn't stale. Everything that Mutahar brought up in post-Nux clarity was old news. He didn't bring anything new to the table. And the worst part about it was, he dropped post-Nux clarity because he felt pressured to disavow Nux because of Redditors. Post-Nux clarity was an egregious betrayal by one of Nux Taku's closest friends, but it also put Nux Taku's temperance on full display. Nux Taku's audience, as well as Nux Taku's other friends, told Nux that he was being far too easy on Mutahar in the aftermath of post-Nux clarity, but Nux Taku chose the path of peace. Nux Taku reached out to Mutahar behind the scenes and had private conversations with him, instead of retaliating in kind, like he was justified in doing so.
But unlike some other situation where someone gets backstabbed and therefore they are arch nemesis, I completely forgive Mutahar for this shit.
Yeah.
Obviously,
of
I
course
don't want
you
any
do.
hate to be sent his way. Obviously,
Of course you do.
He is my friend, and
Yeah.
Instead of retaliating, Nux Taku chose temperance and forgave Mutahar, and now they are friends again. And both Nux Taku and Mutahar are living rent-free in the head of the second biggest political streamer on Twitch.
But I think we can channel all of this negative energy and unite against Hassan. No, that was a joke.
Wow.
And for that, I declare Nux Taku the embodiment of temperance.
Huh.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm never gonna beat the Optimus Prime
All
allegations. Autobots, roll out.
You mean Timu Autobot rollout? Yes. Yes. What is this? Okay. Xeno Quest. Xeno Quest, everyone's. All right. So those are the 7 heavenly virtues that I need to embody in order to be a heavenly VTuber. Okay? Or maybe just one of them. Maybe I won't embody all of them, but maybe I can embody, like, one of them. Okay? Let's go.